Hey, happy Tuesday. It's been a long day. So far it's 2 o'clock. I've been up. Like a weird dream. I had a dream that something like brightly was blown up in the sky. Who knows? It was something like the dream, like they was using like the spent rods, like nuclear water forever to make like dumbass. I guess in my dream they were like call them dirty bums. I guess I'm like, oh brother. Anyway, so it was a dumb dream. So I ended up getting up, and now I'm actually sleepy. But but when you read when I look at the news, like locally, they had a couple of shootings. Like this one lady, I guess, also a car wreck. This one lady that she had like at 1 o'clock in the morning. She's driving somewhere. It's like 5 kids in the car. None of them have a seatbelt on. One kid like almost went through the windshield, but I guess he was lucky. His head stopped him, and I guess she was drunk. And then another mother had killed all 6 of her newborn and like buried them down in the house. Yeah, we gotta, but in a way, like with the jeopardizing of women, with the probably say it wrong, but some of us, I have a speech impairment, so who cares? But in a way that that is like harmful, really, just. It's like my theory, the whole thing is, especially like when I look at the Middle East, you know what I'm saying, when you have like soldiers go in there, and especially like that guy, that sniper guy, can you imagine him being over there? You know what I'm saying? What type of person? I mean, like, I haven't seen the movie. It's not anything that I would go see. I don't really care for war movies. I don't see anything glorified by murder, but because what is war? But you know what I'm saying, it's all about like killing the other person, so that'll learn them. Once they dead, well, you got everything straight. But it doesn't really matter. But like the type of person, like they said that in the sniper movie, they shot a kid. You know what I'm saying? And so like, of course, like he comes back here. I guess now they're saying he's crazy. No, he's not. If you want to go out to war, that for a type of mentality that would, doesn't have a problem, and can understand, then he's a murderer, and he probably should never be. But like to put him, like to say he's crazy, and there was like another guy they were saying he was crazy. He was another murderer. I was like, it's ridiculous. We do have a crime problem, like in our area. All you see is like these people on Facebook. They were showing this one guy, like I guess his daughter was whooping his other daughter. He's just standing there. I guess he's a step out. He's just standing there. You know what I'm saying? Because like really the way they explain to me, you don't say nothing about no kids. But like the next thing they're gonna do, they're gonna call the police. They're gonna go to jail. They're all juveniles, so they get to go to juvenile detention. And in Memphis, the juvenile detention had a bad reputation. I mean, the girls go in there and just in there 4 months, and they come out and they're ready to have a sex change to a guy. I'm like, wow, what did you do? I mean, I guess like if they could do that in 4 months, you think they could have somebody come out as a electrical engineer or some shit? I mean, what type of job she gonna get? I mean, really. But so and then they both get a restraining order. And anyway, they got a problem here anyway. They can't find. I don't know. But I think that we're escalating to a point. Well, what I was going to allude to about the Middle East is that the way a lot of people read like the Bible and everything, they sort of change stuff to fit what they want to fit. You know what I mean? And so but like during wartime, it's the strategy and the propaganda that a lot of countries practice. so that they would, be victorious in the war. And one of the things I noticed, like in the Middle East, it's convenient for them to have the men think that it's okay to rape the women, that they have to have the women all covered up, and the women can't do this and they can't do that, because that cuts out half the population, even though they say the women do pick up guns. But what's the first thing that's going to happen when they do pick up a gun and they get caught by the enemy? They get raped. So, and so then, like, you got STDs. If the woman gets pregnant, she'll probably just kill them. Oh, there's one I was looking for. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna read out of there. But like here, I don't think, like, I've never really ever seen anything in the Bible that says, hit your child spoil rod. Because non-violence just means that. It means that not to do a violent act. And like here, but like every day you see there's like a couple of shootings. Like there was this guy here that was a domestic batter, very handsome looking guy. I guess he called his old lady because she wanted to break up, and he wanted to talk to her. She probably would have got back together with her, but instead he just snatched her in the house, locked the door, started beating on, or pushed her in the closet, then started beating on her, and gave her like a box cutter knife and told her to put her initials on it. All this crazy shit. You're like, what's your point? I mean, what is your point? I mean, there isn't any point. You know what I'm saying? And like what kills me is like with this cable company Comcast, they got some, like our service industry, which America, I guess Ronald Reagan's like, Reaganomics, we're in the service industry now, and because I think it was right after, it wasn't too long after the Federal Reserve, we went out from being our money being only controlled by America and gold-based. They just tricked them into making our money oil-based. Money based on the oil in the Middle East. But it's like the Reaganomics. I guess it was Reaganomics, I think, that started a lot of our politics. I don't know, but that was a definite change back in the way that people are now acting. We went from a major change, and it's just like yesterday, I got so frustrated because, like, up here the Christian Community Center, where they have like a medical, like, for the doctor, there's a little like outpatient, little minor clinic there, and they every time I called, they had, they would make an appointment for me. Well, now, like, the United Healthcare has them down as my primary care. So, like, here in Memphis, like, the politics was that the Republicans didn't want to take the Obamacare, money. They want nothing to do with it. Of course, the police lost their health care and their retirement, so they probably could use, if they didn't sign up, but that would probably be a grievous error. But anyway, and so the the Catholic Christian Center up here, they got a big federal like thing, so like they're like the main thing around here. And so like now they're like, oh well, so when I called them, I'm like, well, cause like now they're like, oh well that was like something, whatever it was, I had tried, I'm saying, this is 2015, I'm saying, I stopped trying, 2 or 3 times, I'm like, oh fuck it, there's a lot of other places, and I did really well going to someplace else, because I actually got what I really needed, so it was all plus, so I really don't have a problem with never ever going back there. And I'm like, I do have a problem with somebody has a problem with me. So then, like, I was just thinking of a little recessionist And like I made a mistake with the guy, and I called the lady a phlebotomist, which means that somebody just takes your blood. Some elementary school, you know, vocabulary fucking word, like 4th grade word or some shit like that. But you know what I'm saying, you know, so he's one of these white guys that instead of like, oh, what is that, you know, so like later on I went ahead because I could tell like the way he got, you know, like they get like a little nasty attitude with you, you know, so I could tell, well, maybe he, you know, something he didn't understand. I'll just say, you know, so she takes the blood, you know. But you know, she was giving me pain, and it's not like the first time I had blood, but you know, like their thing to reaction to somebody that jumps or feels pain is, oh, she's scared, like, and they'll do like they do the kid, oh, you think that hurts, so like, you know, they're gonna teach you that, you know, what pain is, so they make it hurt even more and bruise more. And I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So like, anyway, so I don't really want to go back there. There's plenty of people, you know, I mean, before that and after that, I actually had people that could take blood and it didn't cause me no discomfort or hemangina or whatever, hemangina. But, you know, no fucked up skin, you know what I'm saying? You can't, it's bad enough they think everybody's a crackhead, you know what I mean? Because I'm the type of person, I take all that shit off of me once, you know, it stops bleeding, I take it off. I believe in getting a natured Band-Aid. I don't like, you know, I take, if I went to the emergency room, I take those things off. Like here, they'll leave them on like 2 or 3 fucking days. You know, like everybody could see they was in the hospital or something. Anyway, it's very violent here. I was gonna say, on their Facebook, every day you see like these kids fighting. Like that father was just standing there watching it. And then, like, as soon as, like, his daughter was almost, you know, his daughter was beating the girl up. It was obviously that girl picked on her because the girl had no clue on how to fight. That was just too obvious. The girl was, they weren't even in the same weight category or nothing. Yeah. But it just, I don't know. But they was so fucking rude with me. And they gave me like 9 phone numbers. Like, okay, like the first thing I'm like, are you giving me back? I'm like, where's this at? And she goes, oh, the community Christian center. I'm like, well, the problem is when I try to make an appointment, they don't make an appointment. Oh, well, they'll see you now. I'm like, well, they didn't want to see me before. And I'm the same, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm the same motherfucker they didn't want to see before. I have not changed. So if they didn't want to see me before, whatever, I don't know. Because I had called down there and asked me to send it. They're going to act like I'm all fucking crazy or paranoid or shit. Whatever, bitch. The records show I haven't been back there since there, and I have been other places. So anyway, it's just for my high blood pressure pill, so I went ahead and got me a high blood pressure doctor, so cardiovascular doctor. So, and that'll do me better anyway. Because of general practitioner, because like the last one I went to up here, like a different one, she comes running out because I have poison ivy and poison oak really bad here, and then like it's all the way through here, and like the city went and they shot Roundup just like on like the flowers and other stuff, you know, so like it more of the, you know, anyway. So I guess the police was like, oh, she got shingles, because they were doing some commercial about shingles. I go to Walgreens, the nurse is like, and I'm like, I need a tetanus shot because I had a nasty hole in my arm and shit. And she goes, yeah, you need a tetanus shot. So I got a tetanus shot. You want a shingles shot? And I'm like, no. Because I had one time, like, they called her a doctor because she was a doctor. You know what I'm saying? You could be a doctor of philosophy. That doesn't mean I want you to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was like, no, I'll go to a regular doctor. I'll go to a regular doctor. If she comes running in the room, you know, like, because I had stopped seeing her, she comes running in the room. You don't have diabetes, and you don't have shingles, and you don't have this. I'm like, yeah, I have hypertension. So anyway, you get, if it wasn't for, like, I think, St. Louis Hospital, or Danny Thomas facility for a Children's Cancer Center here, etc. Those things bring in a lot of, you know, very prominent doctors. We wouldn't have good care here. They have the highest in childbirth deaths. A lot of the children don't live past 5, of course. If you're whooping on me, if you can hit a child, like, to me, that's under like 11, then, you know, like, I don't know. I see them hit them as young as, like, they're not even talking. They're barely walking, and they're whacking the fuck out of them. You're like, what's your fucking point? They're gonna turn up and be some fucked up, trifling ass bitch that they make lay their hands on me when they're 50 or 60 fucking years old, walking around looking like, you know, those people with the STDs with the big ass stomach like that, all bloated. You know. Anyway, it was horrible. I was so horrible with those people. And like the guy, once he got real racist, I'm like, well, I guess they're just trying to teach me a lesson at the Christian Center that I really don't want to fuck with somebody that has that's gonna judge me and label me and then get pissed off because I don't know who the fuck you talking about. Because I am, okay. Okay, I am, therefore I live. Okay, there's nobody else but me here. I live by myself. And I am me. Get it fucking straight. I don't give a fuck if, I know she thinks she white, or she thinks she this, or whatever. No, at the end of the motherfucking day, you need to ask somebody who the fuck they are. I told you, my name is Karen, bitch. But anyway, I got a doctor's appointment. You know what I'm saying? They try to stretch the bitch out up in this state. Hey, they ain't the first motherfucker. And they is racist. You know, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to come off and you're going to hurt my feelings, try to belittle me, chastise me, to try to teach me fucking something, what you taught me is I don't want to be around no low-life, dirty-ass, trifling motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because that, you know what I'm saying? Those type of Christians in a motherfucking minute, you know what I'm saying? You ain't no telling what they think they do because they're so fucking righteous and they're never fucking wrong. No matter if they're standing in a pile of shit and I tell them, hey, you know, you're standing in shit. They'll be, fuck you. No, I ain't. Sit down and roll in it just to teach me a fucking lesson. And I would just walk away. I was, you know, I'm like, I don't want to, you know, of course I'm not going to want to fuck with somebody after they've been rolling in shit. Anyway, I guess I'll be in a better mood tomorrow. Still, you know what? It's not the Obamacare. That's what I was alluding to. It's the politics here. There's the politics. You know what I'm saying? That's why our fucking, you know that, you know what I'm saying? And even if the people don't understand the politics, they know all about sex. They know about the basketball game. They wish they was going to, but like me, you know, causing them any, you know, like questions about like my care or take a personal interest in exactly, you know, something else I could do opposed to just, you know, doing some shit that y'all keep doing like a fucking revolving door, like the place a revolving door just means they keep doing the same fucking shit over again and they're very proud of it. Well, if the shit don't work, I don't, you know, they act like, oh, well, you're not spending your money. Bitch, me not spending this money because I can spend it in any motherfucking place because you know what? You are spending the motherfucking money, but you don't need my money. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't need me as a customer, don't start acting like, oh, now you're going to fucking like me. Nah, you ain't getting me up in your motherfucking office trying to teach me how trifling you are. I get it. Have a nice day.